Hey, it's David Hooper at Music Business Radio. The following is an interview that I did for a podcast called Fire Pit Friday. It's available at firepitfriday.com. They've got some great interviews with all sorts of musicians and music business people. I highly recommend it. This is something just for the people who normally listen to Music Business Radio that hear me asking the questions but don't hear me answering them. So if you're interested in finding more information about me and my music marketing background, this is for you. And again, if you like it, firepitfriday.com. So here it is. Enjoy.
It's great. We had a guy, I tell you, it was a very inspiring show to me. We had a guy named Charlie Leuven, but you can go to themusicbusinessradio.com to hear it. This is a guy who started in the 40s. Elvis opened up for him.
Wow.
Because Elvis needed this guy to help him pack seats. So he's like 80 years old. Wow. He's playing Bonnaroo like next week, whenever Bonnaroo is. He's still working it. He's still in clubs. He still does in-stores. And this dude's hustling. He was telling the stories about the 40s and 50s.
Oh, we got to get him at the Fire Pit.
These guys, unbelievable, and the coolest guy you could ever meet. I mean, just so down to earth and such a hard worker. And these bands today, I mean, I think they just don't see that work ethic. I mean, because really, let's face it. If we watch Cribs or if we watch MTV, this is why I was talking about the duct tape and the Vaseline on Miss America. I mean, the reality of the music business is these people are working hard, yet we make it seem easy. It's kind of like you guys ever been in a casino. It's all woo, fun and games.
Right.
But, you can go through one of those mirror doors, and there's an office back there with a bunch of super nerd number crunchers, and you got these other people that are looking about why isn't the roulette wheel spinning this fast and paying off this much. And the reality of the music business is there's a lot of work, and we've got to make it look easy. It's just like your performance. There's a lot of time that you spend learning how to play your instrument or learning how to move like you do where it looks good, but you make it look like you just got out of bed and did it.
Yeah.
That's not that
easy as pie.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of bands I don't think are really understanding that it's pretty labor intensive. Yeah. If you want to do it right and if you want to have it.
And to stay in it. Be
exactly
consistent.
Yes.
And it may not happen in 2 years, but it could happen in 12. If you're born to do that for
and here's the thing though, it's not like one of those things where it just all of a sudden it's like you're off and then you're on in 12 years. You'll be making money consistently from the 2 years to the 12 years. You just maybe not will be at your peak.
Right.
Like we talked about the Bee Gees.
Right.
It took them, 12, 15 years. I don't know. They've been playing for all their lives. But they really hit in the 70s, and they were making money before that.
Yeah.
But now
the level of success.
You really have to. There's a saying. This is enjoy the process.
Exactly.
And you really have to enjoy where it is, because if you're always worried about something further along, you're never going to get there. So you've got to enjoy where you are right now.
That's right.
And some of these guys don't. Because if you look at the guys like Kurt Cobain is a great example, where stuff just really happened for him. He had some time in the game, but not. I guess he hadn't come to terms with himself, and he's got all these people kissing his ass. It's very difficult. I mean, these guys kill themselves. They're emotionally, they're just emotionally immature, if you want to look at it like that. I'll probably get some hate mail for saying Kurt Cobain was like that, but you know what I mean. I mean, they're not ready for the level of success, and they're not. They don't know who they are, so they're listening to everybody else. Vanilla Ice is one, and they're just trying to chase after that dollar. But if you know who you are, then you can just be like.
Yeah.
It's a podcast. I can say, so you can say, I'm not going to do this. If you know who you are, you can. I love it because I can't say that.
You can say that. Yeah. Are you a frustrated radio DJ? You have to censor yourself all the time.
Well, you know what? The truth is, and I'm glad you mentioned that because I feel it's worth saying. Words have power, and I feel that we need to use our words carefully. So. I think the words have power. Just because you can say something doesn't mean that you should. But sometimes you just want to throw out the F-bomb.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, every once. It feels good.
Frustrated. The frustrated word. So frustrated.
We are ambassadors for this town. We need a music conference where we're bringing in people from all around the world, and we need to show people that we're not just country. We've got urban music. Yeah. We've got
rock.
Who knows what we've got? Rock, alternative, dance music. We've got some amazing stuff going on, and nobody knows about it.
Right.
But also, I want people to experience what I experience when I go out and to see this camaraderie of Nashville. I want people to come here not thinking it's like hee-haw, or not thinking it has to do with square dancing or,
it's
Minnie
Music
Pearl.
City. I mean, I kind of explained it as Nashville has a thumbprint, and it is a country thumbprint. It was given to us a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing you can do about that. As much as you want to rub off that thumbprint, it's still going to be there to identify the city. But opening, people change, cities change, and opening our hearts, bringing people in, making it inclusive, not making it an egotistical thing, not making it a war. This band about that band about this music is better than that music. If we do all that and we continue that sort of fighting within, people are just going to reject us you're just confused.
Well, it's something I'm glad you brought this stuff up because I think it's important for everybody listening, whether they're in Nashville or whether they're in Walla Walla, Washington or Chunky, Mississippi. Have
you been there?
I have.
Okay.
I used to live in Mississippi, so that's. People say, "Have you ever lived overseas?" So, well, no, I lived in another country though. Now, I like Mississippi. There's some good, and I joke around about that. But when I got there, my perception was different than the reality of it, and that's how Nashville is. But everybody should remember that you are the scene, and everybody. Almost 99% of bands want to bitch about the scene. Yeah, people don't come to shows anymore. People don't do this. People don't do this. Well, what are you doing? If everybody here in Nashville were to go out to 2 or 3 shows a week, we would be the next Seattle, the next LA, it starts with you. And everybody I know feels like they're too busy rehearsing or just living their lives. But if people in one scene would get together and everybody would support each other, you would be the next Seattle, and it would take 6 months. And the scene would develop the scene, and more people would come into it, and it would the whole thing would snowball. So that's why I think what you guys are doing is so great, to show people, to reach out to people and say, yeah, we're open, and we're not going to be snob and I play Fender and you play Gibson, so therefore we can't talk to each other.
No, not about that at all. If anything, it's more of we need to unite. We need to unite, and if you're serious about the music, then you got to get serious about your promotion, and you got to get serious about spreading the good.
Right. Don't expect anybody just to come to you. Give them a compelling reason to do so.
Exactly. What is your website again?
Well, I've got a blog which I give daily music business advice. Right now we're talking about video because I'm getting into video, so I'm letting everybody know where they can go. We've got 20 websites right now to post your videos all around the world. IndieMusician.com is that blog. Now the radio show, Music Business Radio. Okay. So anybody who's listening to podcasts, we could actually use more podcast subscribers. So please come on over there and hook up on ours too. We hope we'll give you some good stuff.
That's fantastic.
Can also listen to you on Sunday nights as well.
Yeah, locally, if you're in Nashville, WRLT Sunday nights at 7 and a replay Monday nights at 11.
Oh, so, very cool.
Yeah, it's the opposite of being canceled. We're twice.
Can people call into that show?
No, people can't call in. But we're looking at doing some more live stuff and taking viewer mail. We're always trying to get the community involved. One thing people can do is they can send in demos. And we have guests, we had the president of Universal Publishing. We've got all these hit songwriters, one of the guys who wrote Chattahoochee and Charlie Louvin. And we've got some amazing people that have come through there. And we'll actually review your demos while we're recording the show. They'll comment about it. And we've had guys actually take those demos home.
Wow.
I'm going to contact these guys. Not everybody. Sometimes they'll make fun of you. And that's the risk you take. Because it is entertainment, But we're lighthearted. We're not trying to kill anybody's dreams.
It's that musician thick skin,
You listen. You got to have it, and everybody's been proven wrong, right? And the Beatles got rejected, and it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what people buy.
It's the bounce factor. How well do you bounce back?
Yeah, well, you've got to be consistent. Really, there's a saying, say, don't listen to press, your own or anybody else's.
So true.
Don't listen to anybody's press. You start believing your own.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was great interviewing you.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
It's been so knowledgeable.
Thanks for the T-shirt. Everybody go to firepitfriday.com and get one of these badass T-shirts.
Yeah.
It's $5.
Wear it proud,
yes.
baby.
I'm gonna wear it to the next taping of the show.
Rock on.
And be promoting you guys.
Thank you so much, David.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Yay!